Herring Automall. I'm going to apologize in advance for any wind that might be interfering as well as traffic. But Herring Automall, 3001 North 34th Street, Tampa, Florida. Find us online at herringautomall.com. These two are not important today. You've seen those already. But what we have poking out the back is a 1995 Chevy Suburban 2500. It's got the 8-lug, heavy duty. This one is 2-wheel drive. It is what they call cowboy converted. What that basically means is that you get these sweet side skirts, fender flares, the little steps. You also get this killer paint job, like an ombre. Is that what they call that? An ombre, like a silver into a red ombre. Cowboy conversion. Taking a walk around, she's not perfect by any means. You can see stuff like this, clear coat's peeling, bumper cap is missing, as well as the bumper is creased, or whatever you want to call that. Miscellaneous, more of that. It does have rust. Nothing that will keep it from going down the road, but it's there. Frame is good, underneath it is solid. Steps are solid. I'll keep walking around it. It's got a tow hitch. That doesn't come with it. The hitch itself. This part of the hitch comes with it. This one will not. Okay, moving on. Sweet ombre. Now this side seems to have significantly, well, not significantly, but it does have less rust. But anyways, more clear coat issues. As you can see, vehicle of this age, it's to be expected. Now, here's the look from this end. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Well, anyways, let's get in it. Whoa, this is another thing about this conversion that this thing underwent. You get these sweet, this is not factory, these pleated leather inserts here on the door panel, not factory. Obviously, you get cattleman, wood grain, wood trims everywhere. None of this wood grain would have come in, well, I'm not gonna say that. You could have probably gotten it, but these are some kind of custom chairs, cowboy conversions. The overhead console is choof. Look at that, just goes and goes. You have more cattlemen on that side. Seats are in pretty good shape. Miscellaneous trim piece there on the floor. Headliner sagging right here. This is the only spot though. Rest of the headline, oh, look at me. Of course, these cars always make me out to be a liar. But the rest of the headliner is in pretty good shape for the age and everything. I haven't touched anything on this thing. Radio works. AC, questionable. If you charge it, I think it will work for a while, so it does have a leak. Horn, all that kind of stuff. Steering wheel's in good shape under this cover. So, about this cattleman here, you have this elegant center console made of some kind of wood. Your seat controls are moved. In a normal Suburban, they would have been all right here if it was power option. These are moved onto the side of the oh, it's only one side. There you go. Just driver, baby. Yeah, I mean, you still get the ashtray here as, oh, and is that, I don't know what that is in there. But yeah, you get the ashtray along with the 12-volt plugs, little cubby here, cup holder there, and it has the swing out. Now, if you know these trucks and this body style of Chevy, this swing out, sorry, I need to go on the other side to show you that. Maybe I'll remember later. But the swing out here, a cup holder swings out. Not sure if you can see that. And that usually breaks. Going back to this, storage, this is cool. A cooler. It's a damn cooler with a drain. It's got like a magnetic top. It's a cooler, damn it. Look at this, man. Only in the 90s could you get a Suburban with a cooler up front. You know what the cooler's for. Everybody knows what the cooler is for. Only in the 90s. Okay, I'm not going to start it up yet because that's just too exciting. Let's save that. Going to the back. Remember, the front says Cattleman. Back says Cowboy Conversions on both doors. Again, wood grain all throughout. Long overhead consoles, these fancy lights. The seats are embroidered in the headrest right here. Also, Cowboy Conversions. You can see, again, the seats are nothing crazy, but they're all right. They're all right. Carpets, again, nothing immaculate, but they're all right. This back seat, it is pretty cool. It does look very clean. If I could just, if this right here was it. Anyways, yeah. Another thing I really like about this one specifically, barn doors. Nobody thinks barn doors are so convenient, right? But it really is. Anyways, spare tire back here. Little grab handle. Whoa! Big rig. Solid. I don't think that's not close. If you know these Chevy trucks, GMC of this era, you know what I'm talking about. The hinge pins and the bushings in the doors, as you saw on the back door there, I did kind of have to slam it a little bit for it to close. All the rest of the doors seem good. This driver door is also pretty solid, but right here it wants to stop. So you kind of, that's usually a sign something's going on over there. So whoever buys this, I would strongly recommend get that stuff replaced. It'll just add to the longevity of your truck here. The exciting part, as mentioned earlier, is that this baby is a 2500. 8-lug 2500. Now, you may be asking yourself, what engine options did they have in 1995? Well, this one, not that it's anything like pretty, but it's got a 454 in it. It is a 454 Daddy, otherwise known as a 7.4 liter big block all-American Chevrolet, made by Americans for Americans. I don't actually know if that's true. Don't know if this was made in America. Don't take my word for that. But it is a 454. Let's see if it says it. I don't see it there. I bet it would have been... Anyways, look, it's a 454. It's a 7.4 liter TBI throttle body injector. Only in 95. Do you get this? Speaking of only in 95, let me take you to the other side. There is something I love about 95s. I actually have a private collection of 1995 Chevys. Anyways, different story. 1995 was the only year that you could get this dashboard like this with a cup holder on the passenger side. In 1994, the year before this, The dash and the interior of these trucks was completely different. You had the older style dash where the radio was really small and it was like way down here, and it was just all, I mean, it's cool. Those are nice trucks too. They're cool. But those are like way outdated. 95, these trucks turned a corner, okay? This is the updated interior. Thing is, 95, government regulations did not say that you needed a passenger airbag. And it might have been related to the weight of the vehicle. For example, if it was over 6,000 pounds or something, you didn't need a passenger airbag. Maybe that's how they got away with it. Not sure about the actual real regulation and rule and everything. But in 1995, they got away with these trucks without having to put a passenger airbag in. In 96, 1 year later, 1996, that changed. In 1996, the trucks then had a hump right here where they had a passenger airbag. 1995 is the only year you can get these cup holders. That to me is awesome. I love it. That's why I'm collecting 95s. But anyways, swing on cup holder. That's all I wanted to show you over here, really, and I kind of got sidetracked with the dash. But let's fire this thing up. I kind of like to give it to you raw. Before I start this, let me say, once I start it, you may not be able to hear me talking. So I just want to say that these seats are like nothing that you will feel today. These seats, I can't even describe it. These seats are like your grandpa's house getting into his old lazy boy that has been broken in for years, but the leather is still great. He's kept it clean all these years, but man, is it a good sit. You sit in it and it absorbs you into it, but in a good way and like in a soft way, like a mother's caress. Anyways, this bad boy, I should have said this earlier, only has 195,000 original miles, all accurate, baby, with a 454, just broken in. This thing will pull a house down. What do you need from it? Just tell it, it'll do it. Touch of a key, this thing starts. All the gauges work. You can see I'm spending a lot of time on this one because I really like this truck. I unfortunately am not in the, I can't keep them all. So this one has to go. 454 runs great, sounds great, pulls great. I have used this to pull my trailer. This did better than my newer 2500 HD with a Duramax in it. All I'll say about that. Damn. Now, I don't know what the exhaust is like. I'm going to say it's been modified, though. I won't take you on a real long run today, just because I've got a lot going on. But I hope that you see what this thing is about in the short time that you ride with me here. And in fact, I like the sound of this so much, I may do a separate video, like an ASMR kind of thing, because that's getting big. Like an ASMR kind of thing, but it's just me driving a 454 around. Alright. The steering is tight. It'll throw you back in your seat when you punch it. Herring Automall, right on the corner, 3001 North 34th Street, Tampa, Florida. Find us online at herringautomall.com. Call or text me, 813-440-7769. I'm going to give it to her just a little bit here. Tranny shifts out fantastic. Tranny shifts out. I'm like, this thing is, as far as mechanical condition, motor tranny, oh, I'd take this thing anywhere. The few things I would probably consider doing, these tires, I'm sitting here trying to find something to do, because honestly, you could drive this thing anywhere exactly like it is. No doubt in my mind about that. But if you're like, I want to do my preventative maintenance, well, okay, I get it. I would say, well, okay, if we're talking about preventative maintenance, the first thing I always want to do, since you never know, I mean, obviously this thing, I know that it's clean, but you, the buyer, you never know what the previous owner did or didn't do. So the first thing I always take care of when I'm buying a car for me is oil change, obviously, oil change and filter. I'd like to check the coolant. Not only that the level is good, but that the condition and the color is right. That it's not just water, that it's actually coolant. If you don't know how old the coolant is or what's in it, flush it, change it. Get fresh coolant put in. Like I said, this truck is good, but I'm just going through preventative stuff. Brakes are good. I always check the condition of the coolant, all that kind of stuff. It could use tires. Not because it actually needs tires, but just because of the age of these. They are kind of old. They do have some dry rot, so maybe good. Again, this is a two-wheel drive, 1995 Chevrolet Suburban 2500 HD. Well, it doesn't say HD, but it is. It's got a 454, 7.4 liter. A little bit of rust, no big deal. Cowboy converted. Pretty cool truck. Anyways, find me online at herringautomall.com. Call or text me at 813-440-7769. Find me in person at 3001 North 34th Street, Tampa, Florida. Appreciate y'all. Consider, if you're enjoying, or if I've taught you anything, whatever, just consider liking, commenting, subscribing. The thing about this, like I said earlier, I like to give it to you raw. And with that comes, you know, a duty. A duty. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm doing this organically. Okay, I'm not going to pay, to get ad spots or to boost my vids, or I'm not going to learn how to use an algorithm, whatever the hell that is, or, optimize no, none of that. Not doing it. Everything organic. Just, boom, I'm shooting from the hip. So, there is a respectability about that, but it is going to be slow. And we may never get big. This channel may never get big, or it might blow up, might be huge, who knows. Either way, gonna do it organically, and we'll see where we go. Come see me, Herring Automall.